Imagine waking up tomorrow and realizing you've already met every person you'll ever be allowed to marry. Not a metaphor, your entire dating pool. 5 people, maybe 6, all of them already standing in your camp, eating the same food, sleeping 20 feet away. No apps, no strangers, no second chances scrolling in from 3 towns over. That was the world for almost the entire existence of human species, and somehow they figured it out. So what were they doing instead of falling in love? That fluttery, can't eat, can't sleep feeling movies build entire soundtracks around? Brain scans reveal it fires the exact same reward circuits as addiction, which raises an uncomfortable question. What if love was never designed to make you happy? What if it was designed to do one brutal job, glue 2 exhausted humans together long enough to keep a helpless baby alive? Because this gets stranger. In parts of the ancient Amazon, some cultures believed a child could have more than one biological father. Every man who had been with the mother during pregnancy was considered to have contributed to the baby. Why would an entire society believe that? Because it worked. More men believing they were the father meant more men bringing meat, more protection, more hands keeping that child alive through a bad season. High in the mountains, brothers sometimes shared a single wife. Not scandal, math. Split the family farmland between 3 sons, and within 2 generations, nobody has enough land to survive. No fairy tale, no chemistry test, just survival, dressed up as a marriage. So if it wasn't love holding these arrangements together, what was? Cooperation, an entire invisible network of aunts, uncles, and unrelated adults, all quietly raising children together. A village doing the job one exhausted couple does today, alone, at 2 a.m. with no backup. Then something happened. Something that, historically, happened almost overnight. For most of recorded history, marrying for love wasn't just unusual. In many places, it was considered dangerous. Kings married for land, merchants married for trade routes. Some medieval writers described intense passion almost like a sickness, something that threatened a household built for survival, not feelings. So when did everything flip? As societies industrialized, families stopped living in tight extended clusters. People moved into small, isolated households, far from the aunts and cousins who used to share the emotional weight of daily life. Someone had to fill that gap. One person got the job. And here's the interesting part. The moment marriage became about love, it also became fragile in a way it had never been before. When marriage ran on economics, a bad feeling wasn't a reason to leave. Once love became the entire foundation, losing that feeling became one. Now look at your phone. That endless scroll of strangers, your ancestors would have found it terrifying. No shared history, no trusted village vouching for character, just a photo, a caption, a decision made in 6 seconds, where they had years of watching how someone treats their family before any commitment was made. So maybe you haven't failed at love. Maybe you've been handed an impossible assignment. Find one ideal partner entirely through personal choice, based on a feeling that's supposed to appear on command with a stranger in the first few messages. Your ancestors were never asked to do that. They were solving a different problem. Keep the group fed, keep the children alive, let love happen if it happens. You're running that same ancient hardware, except now it's been handed a task that used to be spread across an entire community: housing, income, childcare, friendship, identity, and romance, all stacked onto one person, usually met through a screen in a matter of weeks. Here's the final twist. The feeling itself isn't fake. That rush, that fixation, is wired into you exactly the same way it was wired into every human before you. What changed isn't the feeling, it's everything the feeling now has to hold up, alone, without the village that used to carry the weight beside it. So tonight, when you open that app again and swipe and wait for a match, remember what you're actually doing. You're not just looking for love, you're quietly trying to rebuild an entire village, one stranger at a time. See you on the next one.